Let's make a little lemonade of lemons is all we got. Cause I'm stuck on you, you're stuck on me. I never gotta wonder where my honey be. I ain't saving all my sugar for a Saturday night. Cause 7 days a week I got an appetite. Sunsets like a tangerine. Let's fly to we've never seen. Don't waste another mile or a minute not kissing me. Life is short, make it sweet. Let's make a little lemonade of lemons is all we got. Cause I'm stuck on you, you're stuck on me. I never gotta wonder where my honey be. I ain't saving all my sugar for a Saturday night. Cause 7 days a week I got an appetite. Sunsets like a tangerine. Let's fly the roads we've never seen. Don't waste another mile or a minute not kissing me. Life is short, make it sweet. What's up, Esther Ray? Esther Ray in the building. What's going on, Esther Ray? How was your Friday? Hope y'all had a fantastic and wonderful Friday. Mine was okay. It wasn't, outstanding, and it wasn't, bad. It was alright. It was alright. Hopefully, oh, well, thank you. It's, I forget who sings that. Is it Old Dominion or Georgia Line or one of those groups? One of those country groups sings that song. You're working, huh? Hey, working hard for your money. You gotta work. That's the, in life, when you're a kid, you got it made. The average kid, well, nowadays not so average, but the average kid, they got provided for. You know, when they get older, they're not provided for no more. Like in my situation, then you have to work. If you don't work, you don't have nothing. Homeless, you don't have a house, a vehicle, you don't have nowhere to fucking sleep. You have basically nothing. And the only way to go out there and get it is to hustle and work. When I say hustle, I don't mean sell drugs, because that's not a job. That's something that's going to get you either dead or in jail. One or the other eventually. That's just facts. Hey, doggy. Snoop Doggy. No. Wow, wow, wow. Bum, 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 bum. What, do you got to go outside? Come on. Come on, you got to go outside. You go outside. Come on. You coming? Come on. Come on. Work until midnight, watch kids with disability waiting for them to sleep. Well, that's a rewarding job. It really is. There was a point in time in my life I actually thought about doing that. And, I applied for several jobs. I knew somebody who got doing that, and they needed people, and they never hired me. I went for the interview and everything. They never hired me, but I tried to get into it. I had too bad of a background to work with, disability people. But that's a cool ass job. I respect that. Esther. Esther Ray. Esther Ray. I respect that a lot. Definitely gets my stamp of approval. For Shizzer. So what's going on? Anything new and exciting in YouTube land? Anything new and exciting in the skies? Any asteroids headed for us? What's going on, people? What's going on in the world today, huh? Don't know? Well, there's a lot going on in the world today, that's for damn sure. A lot, a lot, a lot. Especially a lot that they're not telling us about. Imagine if you could know all of Earth's and the government's deep, darkest secrets. Imagine if you could just know all of them. Because, oh man, I know there's a cornucopia, a treasure trove of deep, dark secrets that they are holding on to. You know who would be the ultimate whistleblower? An ex-president. If an ex-president came forward and started spilling the beans about everything. But then you know what they would say? Oh, he's getting older. He's suffering from dementia. That's what they would tell the public. Don't listen to him. He's suffering from dementia. Or George W. Suffering from dementia. Crystal Cave, what's up? How you doing, girl? Ain't seen you in a hot minute. I went in the McDonald's drive-thru yesterday and I did my southern voice and I ordered the entire order, basically, talking like a southerner. I thought for sure that she wouldn't even know it was me. But McChickens with only ketchup on them gave us away. Stuck out like a sore thumb. How you doing, man? Well, I'm hanging in there, Crystal. You know, I'm taking it day by day, living one day at a time. I'm not really focusing too hard on the future. Like I said, I'm taking it one day at a time. That's all I can do, you know? That's basically all I can do. You know, that's all anyone can really do. Take it one day at a time, for real. You know, each day, tomorrow's not guaranteed to anybody. Any one of us could die in our sleep tonight. Any one of us could have cancer, not even know it. Any one of us could have something else, not even know it. And just go. Pass. Sharon Bailey. Hi guys, can't stay long. Just stop by to give a thumbs up. Well, I really appreciate that, Sharon Bailey. Thank you. Much appreciated. I got a drink and I'm not even drinking it. I got a thought and I'm not even thinking it. You wanna go in the house? You're just standing over there staring in the sky. What's in the sky over here? A hawk? Why are you glued to the skies over here? Is there an impending doom headed our way? What's going on? Just facing that direction. You wanna go in the house? Come on. Come on. Go in the house. We'll make a little lemonade of lemons, is all we got. I'm stuck on you, you're stuck on me. I never gotta wonder where my honey be. I ain't saving all my sugar for a Saturday night, 'cause 7 days a week I got an appetite. Sunsets like a tangerine, let's fly roads we've never seen. Don't waste another mile or a minute not kissing me. Life is short, make it sweet. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, guys, chat up. Who's in my room? Penny Money? Penny Buddy? Loving Powell in the house again. You gotta keep it separated. Hey, come on, play. What's up, Penny Bunny? Saturday morning, top of the Saturday morning to you, all the way across the pond, from the U.S. to the U.K. Any new sightings? Yes, there was a new sighting. I'm glad you asked that, Penny, because yes, oh fuck yes, there was new sightings. Last night, as a matter of fact though, when I took my dog out for a walk, we stayed out extra long last night, probably 25 minutes, half hour, when all of a sudden, I'm looking up at the Big Dipper in the sky. For some strange reason, the Big Dipper's been having a lot of UFO activity flying in and around it, bumping into stars and going in different directions. I've been seeing a lot of activity near the Big Dipper. Well, anyways, last night as I'm walking my dog's doing his business, I'm looking up at the Big Dipper. All of a sudden, a streak of light comes shooting from out of the Big Dipper and across the sky. Okay? It looked just like a shooting star. It was a shooting star. That's what it looked like to me. And it came flying out of the Dipper and flew all the way till it got directly across the street from me, right about over here. Now, the Dipper was over here, and this thing shot out from where the Dipper was like a shooting star. All of a sudden came to a screeching halt right here, then started hovering real slow. And by the time it got here, it was so far in our atmosphere, it was actually in our skies. It was below the cloud level, but it was still so far. As I'm videotaping it, you could barely see it on the video. You just see a pin dot of light. That's all you see on the video because the camera doesn't do it any justice. But this thing came into our atmosphere like a shooting star, came to a screeching halt, and then slowly started moving over here, and I lost it behind these trees back here because it was going that way. And it was just a solid, yellowish, whitish orb. It had no aviation lights on it. There were no blinking lights on it. It didn't make any noises. There weren't any airplanes or helicopters around. Didn't have propellers. This thing came from space. I watched it with my own eyes shoot from space by where the big guys come flying into our atmosphere, screech to a friggin' standstill basically, and then just start hovering slow. But it wasn't just hovering. It was flying weird. Like it would go. It was like zigzagging. Because it would be going like this. It would be low. Then it would go high. But not like fast. It would do it all slow as it was moving. It was weird. Then it disappeared behind those trees. But yes, I did see a UFO sighting last night. And it was pretty miraculous because it was in our atmosphere. And I've only seen that 2 or 3 times in my life where I seen what I thought was a shooting star shooting in, because we've all seen shooting stars, make a wish, see a shooting star. I'm sure everybody in here has seen a shooting star at one point. Okay, that's what this thing looked exactly like, coming into our atmosphere, and then all of a sudden it just stopped and started going very slow. And it was in our atmosphere. It wasn't like the movers way up there. This one was actually lower, but it was still so far in that direction where the camera didn't do it justice. Like I said, I only picked up a pin dot. Okay, let's catch up on how's the missus. The missus, she's over at her friend's. 132 is a lucky number. There was that strange light. Is it Easter? Dude, I need high-powered camera. Yeah, me too. I need something good. Because if I had a high-powered camera or something, trust and believe, I would be getting all these incredible UFO sightings on film that I just can't get because I don't have the camera capabilities over here. Chat has one. Oh, yeah, right? Oh, wow. With all due respect to your wife, you're so handsome. Well, thank you, Damari. I appreciate that. That's nice of you to say. Hey y'all, what's up, brother? It's been a while. JDS, what's up, JDS? That's amazing. It's amazing. In a blink of an eye, you finally see the light. Oh, I seen the light last night, but it was a fucking pin dot on camera, and it pissed me the fuck off like you can't believe because, you know, I get this UFO evidence on fucking camera, on film. And it's only showing up as a fucking pin dot, so you can't really make out what the fuck it's doing, what it is. It really pisses me off. Sometimes you get rare occurrences where you're going to get up close sightings, but most of the time, 80-90% of the time, they're off in the distance when you see these things. Penny Bunny, I've wondered about that. Bible says 1/3 stars will fall. Those fallen stars are fallen angels. Yes, I've heard that before too. And, you know, something happening in space. I know that. And it's not for the good. For us, anyways. I don't believe. Yeah, he does. And I didn't like it because one of them actually came here and fed him a little crap. And he ended up cheating on me with the whore. What? Fuck you talking about? Yeah, he does. Yeah, do what? Hello, Helen. What's up? Helen in the house. Another person from the UK. UK is representing hardcore up in here tonight. Big shout out to everybody over there in the UK. I never been there. Always wanted to go there. There's a list of places I want to see before I die. That's on there. France is like one of the only countries I don't want to go see. I don't know why. I don't know. I've never been really fascinated with France. I don't really care to see it. I am beer. I am good. What the hell are you saying, babe? Hello, Penny Bunny Lemon Pile. Mrs. Red, White, and Blue, you are a good woman. It's a miracle to be awake and come in. I know it's pretty early there for you, huh? It's got to be like 2 o'clock in the morning there. Are you in the U.S. too, Helen? Helen's in the U.K. Penny, Helen's in the U.K. Nobody's after me. What do we got going on here? As you can see where the sun is set. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got something coming in hot, guys. We got something coming in hot, guys. I don't know what this is, but it's coming in hot. It's probably an airplane. Can y'all see it? Watch where my cigarette is. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. It's right there. It's right above my cigarette. See it? See the light above my cigarette up there? Y'all see that, guys? This camera sucks, but it's there. Y'all see that light? It's still daytime out. That thing's got lights on. Bright lights. Bright lights. Please don't be a plane. Please be something else. I don't know, man. This thing's moving weird. No, that's a plane. That's a fucking plane. Yeah, it's a fucking plane. mother sucker, that's a fucking plane. Yeah, I know Warrington, honey. Warrington. Helen, I am from northeast Yorkshire. Yorkshire. How do you say that? Yorkshire? Yorkshire. Or Yorkshire. Yorkshire or Yorkshire? 6 likes. No, 6 people. Only 4 likes? What? If you have forgotten, if it slipped your minds, please slide on out to click that like button for this guy right here. You know, let me know I'm appreciated. Click that like. Alright, we went up to 6. Okay, and there's only 5 people in the room, so I'll take it. Alright. Thank you, Penny. I always forget too. Hey, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Whenever I go in a live feed, I'm always concerned with getting to the chat to see who's in there first, you know? I'm not looking to see how many likes or dislikes the video has. And then someone always reminds you in the chat, make sure to smash that like, and you're like, oh yeah, I never smashed the like button. Okay. Click. I'm guilty of that. I do the same damn thing. You seem to get a lot of clear UFO sightings by you. I wouldn't say clear, Alan, but yeah, lately. Oh, lately. It hasn't been all the time, you know. Usually every summer I see a couple. You know, maybe 1, 2 at the most significant ones, some decent ones. But this, ooh, you hear the cicadas? They're up in the tree. But this summer, from the end of June and into the beginning of July, I don't know how many UFO sightings I've seen now. It's between 10 and 20. And there's only been between 10 and 20 days, and that's been. So I'm seeing one on average, 1 a night. I started filming the tree and the cicadas shut up. I hear one in the distance, though. There he goes. That's a good sign. Because I wasn't hearing these things. Normally we hear these things all summer long. And I just started hearing these things last week. Last Saturday, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's a week ago today. We were actually talking about that. How a lot of insects and shit you're not seeing anymore. A lot of insects are dying off. A lot of bee populations, a lot of wasp populations, a lot of ant populations. There's a lot of insect populations, believe it or not, disappearing. There's a lot of bugs that we used to see up here regularly, every day. You know, like those little potato bugs that curl up in a ball? We haven't seen none of those at all this year. We usually see shit tons of those. Frogs. We usually see a shit... Look at that light source right there behind me. Behind my cigarette. Look at that. The sun's way over on the horizon line right now. What the fuck is that? Don't that look like the sun setting? That's not. The sun's already at the horizon line. I'm on the East Coast. The sun's about to set. What the fuck is that? Don't they look like the sun setting? I'm not crazy, right? You have flying ants there? That's crazy. Yeah, but a lot of the insect and like animal populations around here have been disappearing. We haven't seen any. Worms. I haven't seen that many worms. Normally, when it rains, you know, and then the sun comes out after it rains, you'll get all these worms that come up when it rains. And then they're just fucking, you know, they dry up because the sun comes up and they can't make it back to dirt. They go in the streets everywhere. We haven't seen that at all this year. We haven't had too many thunder and lightning storms this year. At all. We've had lightning events, but I don't think it was lightning because it was more of a bluish light. And if y'all can remember the day that the grids were hit in New York City, the transformer supposedly blew up and the whole skies over the city turned blue and were flashing blue. You guys remember that from back in January, December, when all the videos were coming out? It blew over New York City. Well, on that same night, Louisiana, the same thing happened. And on that same night, my son, the very next day, told me, and he don't go on none of these channels or nothing, told me he seen a blue, light as he was coming back from the late at night, the reservation late at night. He seen the same fucking thing in the skies towards Canada. And I didn't have any subscribers from Canada at the time to be able to tell me if they seen anything like that. Yeah, really. He seen the same thing on the same night, almost around the same exact time that it was going on in New York City, except New York City's the complete opposite. New York City's this way. New York City is this way. New York City would be that way, downstate, okay? My son seen it that way, which is Canada, on the same night. But he didn't see nothing coming from this side of the sky, only this side of the sky. And he was all excited to tell me about it. And I was like, that's crazy that you say that, because did the light look like this? And I showed him the one above New York City and shit. He's like, yeah, that's the same exact light. He's like, why did you film it? Were you out there? Did you see it? I said, no, this one's from New York City. He said, wow, that's crazy. That's the same exact light I seen. And it was flashing like lightning, but it wasn't lightning because it wasn't hot outside. It was the middle of winter, so it wasn't heat lightning. And we don't usually get thunder and lightning storms in the winter anyways. And there was no rumblings, you know what I'm saying? So, therefore, what else could it have been? What else could it have been? Every once in a while, something will happen in space. There's a space event. And space events happen all the time, people. Stars blow up and different things just happen up in space. Giant asteroids hit other planets, and, it's like millions of nuclear bombs going off at once. There's a reaction in space from that, and we see it and feel the effects. We're going to see flashes of brilliant light and shit as it heads this way and it starts ripping through the atmosphere. Like, it's going to look like northern lights. And those flashes almost look like northern lights in a way. So they got to be getting caused by something coming into our atmosphere from space. But what? That's the big question. Though nice I am, but for how long, I don't know. Had to leave my home city, Birmingham. It's not the city I grew up in. Where'd my wife go? She left again? I have a plane over me right now. Are you outside, Helen? Or you can hear it in your house? Can you hear it in the house, or are you outside and actually looking in the sky and viewing the plane yourself? Be on the lookout, guys and girls. Be on the lookout for planes chemtrailing with no wings. Just a plain fuselage, just a cigar cylinder shape flying through the sky that has no wings on it. Be on the lookout for that. I'm telling you. My binoculars are busted now, man. I'm so pissed. So fucking pissed. Now I can't see shit in the fucking sky. And Shira law is now part of the UK law. What is Shahara law? I can hear it in my house. I can hear something that sounds like one. Well, it probably is. Does it sound like a commercial airliner, Helen, or does it sound like a military fighter jet or something? Because they have two different type engines. They make two different type sounds, and they're very easy to differentiate. You know what I mean? Between. Is it from all the refugees? Islamic law. It's like a third world country in UK now. Really? Same as France. Wow. Well, shit is getting bad all over then. You see what I'm saying? You don't hear about that in the news over here, guys. We don't hear about none of that here in the United States. We're not hearing about any of that stuff going on in the UK. I'm really not. I'm not hearing about none of it. Not on the local news or television programs here in America. They're not running any stories, anything like that. And that's probably for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us knowing what's going on over there. Muslims. BBC run news that Trump is like Hitler. Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that. Maybe he's one of Hitler's kids. You ever think of that? And his real last name isn't Trump. Maybe when Hitler escaped from that bunker after the war and went down to Antarctica, maybe he had another child before he passed on, and maybe that child was Trump. But his name's Adolf Hitler the Second. That's his government. That's his government name. Hitler's sons. See what I mean? You never know. That could be. We could be onto something, guys. Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler's illegitimate child. The moon's out, huh? I can't wait to see it. But we're still pretty, cloudy for the most part, so I might not be able to get to see the moon. Hopefully I do, but where is my wife? She's supposed to be on her way home, and she's not home. Earth to Julie, paging Julie. Your time has expired. It's time to call it a day and head on home. Hitler Jr. We know Trump's family are like rich before Trump made his million something going on there, so you never know. That's what I'm saying, Helen. You do never know, you know what I mean? Over here you can't do or say anything. It's ridiculous. The left took over. That's crazy. Penny, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Maybe I don't want to go to the UK. Maybe you guys should get out of the UK. Maybe you guys should move to the States. Come stateside. Come live in little Hitler's country. Arrested for flying England flag and called racist. Jesus. What's going on in the UK? What do we got going on here? We got mail. Bills. I'd go to Canada, but I got a little one, so I can't leave while she's little. Why can't you? Canada's beautiful. Even I want to go to Canada. Kidding me? Yeah, I want to go to Canada. Canada's beautiful. Canada is definitely beautiful. Most definitely. I think USA is getting worse and worse with censorship. Hold on, this live feed might buffer, and it might look like I'm getting kicked out, but just stay in there. And we're back. We're back, people. We're back. I hope y'all listen and stayed in the chat, because I told you I'd be back. That it would disconnect, but I would be back. I told y'all. Canada made a mistake when they selected or whatever his name is. I am left. Look at that. Did you see the video I posted earlier, Helen, of the ex Minister of Defense for Canada, Paul Hellyer? This guy basically ran Canada for fucking years, and they got this guy in an interview admitting aliens are real. Number one, um, saying that the U.S. knows about so many different kinds of races and all the presidents are briefed on them, and he's also stating that aliens are hostile and want to harm us. So here we go. There's even another person pushing a fake alien agenda on the public. First it was Tom DeLonge from Blink 180, and now it's ex-Minister of Defense Paul Hellyer from Canada, basically coming out and stating that there's a certain race of extraterrestrial beings that are reptiles that are hostile and want to hurt us. They're just dark. They represent the dark, according to Paul Hellyer. Okay, and this guy knows all about UFOs. Like I said, he was the leader of Canada here for fucking years. So he was briefed on all this UFO stuff. He knew all about it. And he comes right out and says the U.S. knows about it. Yes, they're real. Aliens do exist. And that's no secret. Everybody knows he has been lobbying for UFOs. But now he's pushing a hostile agenda on the public, which I am not okay with, because we all know that there are no ET races as of yet so far that are hostile in any shape, way, or form, because if that were the case, we'd all be dead 20 times over. They would have killed us all already and just took our planet and all our resources, okay? And that hasn't happened. And it's not because we're, on guard and we would fight them off. No, we wouldn't fight them off. It's because it happened. Because there are none that are hostile. These things, from all the races that I've been, acclimated to, these things want peace, okay? And they've shown that time and time again throughout history. Even in ancient civilizations, they used to call them the star people. They used to draw them on their caves and everything and call them the star people. They would draw alien heads walking out of things and things coming from the sky shaped like UFOs. We know they want peace, but these people keep pushing a fake, alien agenda on the public, claiming that they're hostile, to get everybody thinking that UFOs are real. First, the disclosure will happen because they want us to know that UFOs are real. That's why we're seeing more sightings now. I believe 90% of them are the government. They want us to think they're real, and they want us to think aliens are real, because once the public, thinks that they're real, and, then they can say, okay, but one of them's hostile, and one of them has sent a message to Earth basically threatening us that they're going to come and try to wipe us out, blah, 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 blah. Then Trump will say, but I'm going to gather up my mighty space force. We've got some brave men and women ready to go into space right now to fight them tooth and nail. And the public's going to say, oh, God, here we go. It's going to happen. And they're going to go up in space, and they're going to light up a bunch of firecrackers up there and pretend like they're going to war with a extraterrestrial race, but they ain't really doing jack shit. And they're going to milk it for 10 years, make a shit ton of money, come back, he's going to get reelected, and be the richest man in the world, all at the same time. So, there you go. And once he saves the world, it will be New World Order. It won't be all these different countries. Trump will be the leader of Earth once he conquers the aliens, okay? Because he ain't getting reelected, so little Hitler won't get reelected, that's for sure. But you know what? My dumb ass will probably go and vote for him again. I voted for him the first time like a fucking moron. I think I was a little too stoned that day when I went to the polls to do my voting. I think I might have hit the wacky tobacco a little too hard that day, because I was just pulling levers and switches. And Trump, oh, man, I voted for that guy. Oh shit. No, I voted for him because you know why I voted for Trump? I'm going to tell you. It came down to one reason, and one reason only, why I voted for Donald Trump. And it had nothing to do with politics at all. What it had to do with, throughout history, none of our presidents yet, and throughout history, have had the balls to dig into UFO investigations and to, find out everything and disclose it to the public. No president has ever done that. Now, Donald Trump struck me as a guy who was ballsy, wasn't afraid to take chances, didn't care what other people thought. He was going to tell it, and he was going to do it how he wanted to do it. And I figured once he got into the White House and he was briefed on UFOs and stuff, he would start poking around, asking questions, he would find out everything, and he would disclose it. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't give a fuck about nobody. That's why I voted for him, because I thought he was going to be the first president in history to actually have the balls to disclose it. But man, was I ever wrong, and now he's going to do a complete 360 with that, probably. I don't know. But I voted for him. Yeah, I voted for the man. The Space Force, exactly. Just in time, ain't it? Now that we're seeing UFO sightings almost every single fucking day, Space Force, come on. This isn't happening by coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of a bigger plan. And the plan has already been put into play. And it starts with them saying they're building a Space Force. That's the first move. The second move is to fly a bunch of UFOs around over a period of a year or so, and get people used to seeing these strange things in the sky and start questioning things, start watching videos, okay? Then there's going to be some kind of event. A UFO is going to come down and shoot a laser and kill a person or something. And then there's going to, be announcements all over the TV. We are at war with some extraterrestrial race from outside this world, blah, blah, blah. And if they have, any fake info, they'll tell us who they think it is. They're reptiles, or they're grays, or, we never knew they existed until now, blah, 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 blah. And then war generates money, so the Space Force, all these vehicles that they got to build to fly into space, guess who's got to pay for all that? I do. The taxpayer has to pay for all that. All our taxes get hyped up and raised. We got to build these supposed UFO space, fucking plane type things to get up in space and fight these so-called extraterrestrials. So that's going to generate millions or billions and billions and billions of dollars. Now they could drag out a fake war up in space for as long as necessary, They might even drag it out 5-10 years to make a shit ton of money off the war and make Trump look like a hero, like he went up there and kicked their ass, and now people on Earth will be like, man, you gotta vote for that guy. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be a Space Force. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have went up there or been able to beat the ETs, because he ain't getting reelected, so he's going to need a major stunt. Maybe that's the stunt. Maybe that's the stunt. Hey, you never know, like the New York Lotto. Hey, you never know. Brandon PGH34. Yeah, can you tell she is a shapeshifter, else she can hide it? Who is? Oh, Hillary? Oh, yeah. Hillary's a weirdo. I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't voting for Hillary no matter what. Even if I didn't agree with Trump and didn't want him to be our president, I still wouldn't have voted for Hillary Clinton. If it was between him or Hillary Clinton, I would have chose him every single time. Hillary's part of the cabal, I believe. You know what I mean? She's part of that upper echelons of the upper government. Her and Billy were recruited into the program, I think, back in the day. In the later years of Bill's presidency, I believe they were both recruited into the Cell Phi Beta Gamma house of the Kabalskis. Dick Cheney, all those people are in there too. Dick Cheney's one of the fucking leaders. Hillary and Trump are friends. He was dogging the shit out of her, though. He was dogging the shit out of her, making fun. One thing Trump is good for, it's a laugh. It's a fucking laugh. The guy makes me laugh my fucking ass off. Literally. Makes me laugh my ass off. He is fucking hilarious. The way he makes fun of people and just does some, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth, especially if the media starts asking him questions that he don't like. Oh man, he'll get snippy and he'll say some fucking redundant, funny ass fucking comeback punchline every time. He don't back down. The secret lovers. Who, Hillary and Trump, they're secret lovers? Take care, guys. All right, Helen. Well, thank you for staying as long as you did. I know it's late there in the UK. Penny Bunny, too. Thank you. Without you guys, this wouldn't even have been a live feed. There would have only been like 1 or 2 people here. So thanks. You guys are the best. You guys are the bestest. The bestest for the restest. Oh, Esther been here. Oh yeah, Esther been here too. I forgot about Esther. Esther's from the UK too. I didn't hear where Esther was from. Penny, did you hear where Esther happened to be from? Was it also the UK? Hey, Brandon, where are you from? So far, my predominantly my entire viewers are predominantly from the UK. You're from Belgium? Hillary and Trump. Where are you from, Esther Ray? France? France. What are French fries called in France? I've always been curious because French fries are like my favorite food to eat on all the planet. I love French fries, especially with the skin still on them. Oh, they're so fucking good. What if I want to go to France and I want to order fries? They probably don't even have fries, number one, there. And if they did, I'm sure it's called something different. Must be else from Belgium. No, I am from USA, Minnesota. The Golden Gophers. Yeah, eh? The Golden Gophers from Minnesota, eh? A lot of hockey gets played up there on those ponds in the winter, eh? I used to travel there for travel leagues, ice hockey, eh? Good times. I like Minnesota. I really do. It's one of my favorite states. It's in the top 5. I think. It's at least in the top 10. One state I do not want to visit. Well, I've already been there numerous times. But one state I do not want to go back to is Florida. You've been there once, you've been there 1,000 times. Okay? It's the same shit. Ponds, swampy smell, alligators, same shit. You know what I mean? I've been there so many fucking times it ain't even funny. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 times I've been there. I've been to Tallahassee, I've been to Tampa area, I've been to Miami, I've been to Jacksonville. Never been to Orlando. Never went to Orlando though. But Florida's a state I don't ever care if I ever go back again. I don't never want to go back again. No, unless you love in New York City, it's expensive. You need to be getting your butt on home, Missy. Past your bedtime. Daddy's gonna have to give you a spanking, girl. You've been a bad, bad girl. Esther, wow, really? What did Esther say? What did I miss? I mean, you can live with me. Move here, get a visa. I can live with... You can live with me, Penny Bunny. I have 2 extra rooms in a basement. There you go, Penny. You're all set. You can come to the States. Minnesota is like 3 states away from me, something like that. It's considered Midwest. I consider it right on the border of Midwest and Northeast. It's right up there, right by the Great Lakes. So one thing you won't have to ever worry about living near the Great Lakes is running out of drinking water. Because those lakes are filled to the T. And the water levels are just getting higher and higher every fucking day. Hooray, hooray. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is scoop a bucket into Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, any one of those lakes. You know, scoop a bucket, fill it with water, bring it home, turn on a burner, pour the water in a pot, boil the water. It'll kill off any of the bacteria, germs, and all that other good stuff that are organisms floating around in that water. It'll kill it all off if you boil it, and then you can drink it just like you poured it out of the faucet in your house, the tap. It'll taste just like tap water after you boil it. Might have a little extra fishy taste to it, but, you know, it'll still quench your thirst in times of need. I can build a shed in the garden for bunnies, and I have a couple in with us. I live on a lake. Oh, man, Esther, you got me fucking jealous now. I want to live on a fucking lake. I love fishing. I love water, swimming, fishing. You know, a lot of UFO sightings happen near lakes and rivers and streams. They just do. I have garage bunnies can live in too. You're all set, Penny. Esther Ray, guess what Esther Ray's got for you, Penny? 2 tickets to paradise. Pack your bags, you can leave tonight. Esther's got 2 tickets to paradise. On a lake in Minnesota in the summertime? It doesn't get any better than that. That should be a country song. Yep, living on a lake. Or yeah, living on a lake. That should be a country song. Because I'm living on a lake. You know, I'm living on a lake. I just hope the levee don't break. Because I'm living on a lake. Lakes. What the fuck is all over these damn handlebars that are all sticky? Something all sticky all over these damn handlebars. We'll look into what we need, but we don't have much money. Not many people do, Penny. Me neither, unfortunately, you know. Times are hard in the slums I'm from. I live in the housing projects, as you can clearly see. Is that the moon? No, that's a street light. I live in the housing projects. This is what you call the housing projects, where you have, 4 or 5 apartments next to each other, like boom, 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 boom. Here in America, we call that the housing projects. This would be the ghetto or the lower class neighborhood from your area that you live in. So, I live in Tonawanda, New York, okay? This is the poorest neighborhood in Tonawanda, New York. It doesn't get any poorer in Tonawanda than right here where I live. And we could barely make it here. And I work full time with a little bit of overtime. So, we can only do so much. We're only human. We can only work so many hours. The jobs, unfortunately, always suck ass and don't pay you enough. Cost of living keeps going up, but minimum wage barely ever goes up. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about making the McDonald's and shit $15 an hour. Shit, I was about to go back and work at McDonald's. Because I ain't even making that much where I'm working. If that shit ever happens, I'll go back and work at McDonald's. It's $15 an hour to start. You better believe it. And I'll work the maximum. I don't think you can work 40 hours there, but you can work between 32 and 36 hours. I'll see if I can work 36 every week. And make 15 and probably make anywhere from $50 to $100 more a week. But is it worth the aggravation for the extra $50, $100? Certainly not. Because the job I have now is a, great job. I drive, I deliver. I'm on the road most of the day. Sometimes I'm stuck in the shop, but, it doesn't happen too often. In the UK, 40 hours is standard, but many work 60. Really? Well, that's what it is here, too. Penny, that's what it is here. Our standard is 40. That's where full time starts. If you work 40 hours a week, you're considered as a full-time worker. But the average, hours that an American works are probably around 50. I would say probably around 50 hours a week. Somewhere between 40 and 60, definitely. Me, myself, let's see, I put in like 50, about 50. Close to 50 hours a week. I think I'm just shy. I'm working 49 hours a week, I believe. Had to get a job under 37 hours. What's minimum wage there? Ours is around $8 or $10. Here, I believe it's 10 something. Penny, I think it's like $10.50 or $10.75 is minimum wage, I believe. I want to say $10.50. So it's 50 cents more here. But our dollars are different than yours. I don't know whose are better. I don't know if you get more for our dollar currency or if you get more for your currency. But yeah, it's either $10.50 or $10.75, I believe. Well, that's for New York State. I believe every state in America, I believe, has its own minimum wage. Some states are lower, some states are higher. New York State is like $10.50 or $10.75 an hour. But I've seen videos of people claiming, states like Illinois and shit, that minimum wage is only like $5, $6 an hour. Which is bullshit because the cost of living is so fucking high. You work for $5, $6 an hour, you're only making, if you're working 40 hours a week, making $5 an hour, you're only gonna make like $100 a fucking week. That's it. It's fucked up. You bust your ass and give, 70% of your fucking time to some company and you don't get nothing in return. You don't even make enough to pay a rent or be able to afford a car and put gas in your car. Things like that. We don't have much money either. Where the fuck are you, Mrs. Red, White, and Disclosure? grab you? I guess so. Well, I'm approaching the house right now. You better hurry the fuck up and find that fucking money. Because I'm not trying to eat at fucking midnight again tonight. What did you say? I said you better hurry up and help her find that damn money, because I'm not trying to fucking eat dinner at midnight again tonight. It's already 9:30. I'm already here. I'm already here right now. I'm outside the door. I am Negan, best name. He's outside. Yeah, tell her, Penny. I'm outside. Open fucking sesame.
Did you walk here?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna bring the truck.
No. Dude, why can't you do super chats? What's super chats, Penny? Oh, where people can send you money? Probably because I'm not monetized. My channel's not monetized at all. Which means there's no ads running on my videos, which means I don't generate any income for any of the videos that I post. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in making money off of posting, UFO phenomenon type videos. There's a lot of people who leech off of the whole UFO phenomenon and only do it to make money. There's certain bigger channels that don't even have jobs. They just fucking make money off their channel all day. And they literally get, 10 to 20s of thousands of dollars in their super chats. I've seen it. Yeah, I'm same. Well, one of the reasons I don't monetize is because I don't want to be a sellout. That's number one. Number two, you can't swear in none of your videos, because if you're monetized and if I say fuck or ass or shit, they will basically delete my channel and terminate my channel just for swearing. It's like once you're monetized, you have to abide by another certain set of rules. Not just the regular rules that YouTube has in play, but there's extra guidelines and rules that you now have to follow. And I'm not one for having to follow other people's, rules. The YouTube rules that are already in play, fine. But doing this extra stuff, I'm not going to get my channel terminated because I can't say the F word once in a while. It's freedom of speech. I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say whenever the hell I want to say it. That's the whole fucking reasoning and theory behind the words, freedom of speech.
Super chat.
That's where people could donate money right in your chat. That dude from Secure Team, that one UFO channel, I watched a live feed he did, and he got over $14,000 in super chat money in fucking literally 20 minutes. And he stayed on like 3 hours that night. So the dude probably made like fucking 60, 70 grand that night. That's why he posts one video every 5-6 days, because he's out spending everybody's money that they send him.
I'm in the house posting videos every day and I don't make a fucking cent. He asks people if he can use their videos, you know, and says he'll give them all credit and everything, then post their videos, you know, 1 million people view the video, it goes viral. He's got ads on it. He makes a shit ton of money off it, a killing on profit, and doesn't offer the person whose video it originally was a fucking cent. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's just flat out fucking wrong. But night be different for rabbits. Reptiles might be more because they check them for disease. Better been behaving.
It was.
People making money like that are douches. I refuse to watch them. Me too. Esther Ray, me too. I subscribe from all those fucking channels. There's only a few channels that are that make money off their videos that I actually watch faithfully. But 80% of them I already unsubscribed. Because they take the whole UFO phenomenon, right? And they run with it. They cash it right in at the fucking bank. And it's sad. Because they can care less whether disclosure happens or not. All they care about is where they're going to get their next video from so they can fill their greedy fucking pockets. And then not even give the person who originally shot the video any of the proceeds. Just the promise that he'll put their link in the description box. And then, you know, half the time, if not more, he don't even put, if you notice, Secure Team don't even put the links most of the time from the videos that they get from different people who shoot the UFO videos. They ask them to post it, and they won't even put the link to these people's pages in their fucking thing because they don't want other UFO channels being able to find the video and talk to the guy and asking them if they can share it on their channels. He wants to exclusively have it so he can have all the rights, make all the money. It's a bunch of bullcrap. You know, he's a straight fucking con. A fraud. And he's done fraudulent shit in the past, too, so. I would pitch in for binoculars. Well, thank you, Esther Ray. I appreciate that. Lord knows I need some, man. Because I can't see nothing. I'm dead in the sky right now, guys. Mark Sargent's mom, RFB, performed Star Wars. Wasn't she from... I don't watch them either. I caught him in a bunch of lies months back. Different things he was saying to his subscribers that weren't true. And I stopped watching him that day. I'm going to go get some, I think. Get some binoculars? You should, Penny. You should. You definitely should. They're worth it. Because then you could debunk. When you see something in the sky and with the naked eye you can't make out what it is, so you just assume it's a UFO. Well, at least with binoculars, you'll be able to differentiate and be able to tell whether or not it's a plane, helicopter. And if you can clearly see it's not a plane or helicopter or anything like that, then you could honestly say to yourself, I just seen a UFO. Because a UFO does not have to be extraterrestrials and aliens, people. Anything in the sky that's unidentified, that you can't identify. So if you see a floating piece of newspaper that's spray painted black floating through the sky, you don't know what that is. You just know it's not a plane or a helicopter, but it's unidentified. So you would call it an unidentified flying object or a UFO. See, that's what people always think. When people hear the word UFO, aliens always jump up at them and always come to mind. ETs and aliens. Every single time. But like I keep saying, UFOs don't have to be alien related, because anything in the sky that you can't identify, you can't honestly say it's a plane, helicopter, or balloon, then you don't know what it is. It's unidentified. So it's an unidentified flying object. That's the truth. That's why most people debunk UFO videos and they say, those ain't aliens. Nobody said they were aliens. All they said was, it's a UFO. And right away people are like, that ain't aliens. That's a drone, or that's... Were yours expensive? Mine, yes. Mine were expensive. I mean, not too expensive, but expensive. They were like $100. They were about $100, I believe. So, you know, that's expensive for most people. That's expensive for me. $100 is a brand new pair of sneakers, you know what I mean? Here in the States. And Daddy loves his shoes. Daddy's got to have his Jordans. I have my Jordan fetish, and I haven't been able to get a pair in a long time because I just can't afford it. I haven't bought a pair of sneakers in over a year. It's been almost 2 years since I bought a pair of sneakers with my own money. For myself. I bought other people's shoes, just not me. How you break them? Well, the one lens from just wear and tear eventually fell out and it wouldn't stick back in, so I had to hold it with my hand, and you know, stuff would get inside the pieces of the binoculars because dirt and dust and everything would get in there because this thing wasn't always on there. That was number one. Then number two, I made the mistake of forgetting them outside one night, and we had a rainstorm come through, and the nozzle with the eyepiece was off the binoculars and everything, so they filled with water. They were totally ruined. Now when you look through them, all you see is just a cloud. It's just a cloud. You can't see past this white cloud. It's just a cloud no matter where you look at them with. You can look at a neon sign with them and you're just going to see a white cloud. What are you doing? Trying to make a paper airplane with tinfoil? Cheaper, LOL. Yeah, I know. I wish they worked. Well, they do have them cheaper, Penny. They do have cheaper binoculars than $100. You know, they go from $20-something up into the hundreds. Some even go in the thousands, I believe. But they have cheap ones. But you get what you pay for, Penny, if you know what that means. So if you buy a $28 pair of binoculars, you're going to be able to see $28 worth of shit in the sky. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to see the moon that good. You know, they're just not going to be good. Now, if you go somewhere in the middle, you know, $80 to $100, now you're getting into, you know, binoculars where you can, you know, see the moon better and, you know, see different stars better, and you can make out UFOs in the sky. Gaddy! Yo, bro, I didn't get notification YouTube. Ah, that's alright, Gary. You were here in spirit, brother. I'm just about to end this, though, Gary, so unfortunately... You know, I've been on for an hour and almost 20 minutes now. And I got to go get something to eat, so I got to get up. But thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. If you can, smash the like for me, brother, on the way out. And next time, you know what I'm saying? We'll see you next time. YouTube, you know, YouTube plays games, and they don't notify people most of the time when stuff comes out, so... Peace and love. See you later, Penny and Esther, and all you guys been great, as usual. My favorite and best subs in the world. I love all you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel and supporting me and supporting my theories and opinions, for that matter, and putting up with me. Thank you. Peace and love, y'all.